What's happening, Lee? Share for referral link. Let's see what that does. There. Alright, I've shared it, but our message still fucking dominates here in chat space. So that's a bit of a cunt. Can't remove it, can I? Nope. It's fucking stuck there. What's happening, Lee? How's your midweek going? Thursday tomorrow, isn't it? I think this weekend there's a big party in the town. They seem to be setting up a stage. The market normally is. Uh, it feels a lot later. Self and Grizzles went to town. Wanted to leave Grizzles behind because I'm always taking him every year. And yeah, I felt like leaving him, but I ended up taking him with me. Put that message. Be right back. Just trying this keyboard out. It's gone weird on you. Alright, Lee. What is it? Bluetooth keyboard. Hello, Max Metlers. Good evening, good evening. Now, you're probably new to that fitness after 60. Coming in here is strictly cycling. But, like, this channel isn't new to him. And, you know, like, I've timed him out, blocked him a few times. And every time I go to my blocked list, he seems to get unblocked. But this time around, I think he has to stay blocked. He's such a disturbance. And I've had a lot of people saying to me, you know, like he's not very nice. They don't like coming to the chat to be spammed with a load of unwanted stuff. It's one of the attractions to this channel. You know, I'm non-political, I'm non-business, and I'm non-religion. And so that's one of the cool things about coming here. Is we don't expect those sort of topics, and if we do get those topics come up, well then you know, like people are normally talking about them. Within as a mutual decision, you know, as a mutual as a communal conversation. that fitness just comes in, takes over, and to be honest with you, I remember kicking him off out of me chat a couple of times because he was so uncouth towards the ladies, you know, real horrible towards some people's. So yeah, he's not taking the warnings. Weeks and weeks of giving him warnings or like putting in requests, yeah. But he's just ignored it all. So I got rid of him today. Yep. Welcome back, Lee Carrick. Yes, yes, Purple Hacky. What's happening, Freyla? Hope he's in recovery. Not too much medication. And the medication, I hope, is working for you. Now, Strictly Cycling earlier said something or wrote something that I thought was quite on point. Do you get me? Yeah, very, very on point, and it's something that I've been addressing for quite a long while. Yeah, I've been so obsessed with I don't know, sharing my truth about the standards of life that I enjoy. That it's gone to that full on extreme where I ends up walking around, sightseeing, sitting around, listening to nature, eating food, smoking tobacco with weed in it, and talking to people on YouTube. That's basically what I do. I don't just sit here, you know. I do put in a fair few miles on a daily basis, and a lot of miles on a weekly basis. And monthly, I put in a lot of mileage. So I ask then, so like, why is it why is it so frowned upon? Why am I so frowned upon for spending so much time on YouTube? And I've got an answer to that. It's not me that the people are frowning upon. It's the fact that they wait so much to be spoken about or spoken to. It gets to them. Now, we had that Michelle C 2 years ago screaming her fucking rat arse off. You know, he's on YouTube all day, every day. Okay, and how would you know that? Because you're on YouTube all day, every day. Because you've got your scouts out there paying attention to what I'm doing. Why am I so much of an importance to deadbeats like that? That's what I ask. Why am I of such an importance to a grandmother that has her children and her grandchildren and her parents around her? Why am I of such an importance to an old hag like that? I haven't got an answer apart from the fact that they expect to be mentioned. They expect to be a part of my world. And because I don't include them in my world, they become very, like confused. Yeah, like they're of an importance. I should stop what I'm doing to pay attention to what they're doing because they're talking about me. But I don't care that they're talking about me. Hmm? I don't care that their lives are so fucking boring with all the entertainments that they've got available to them, that their lives are so obsessed with my life. It's something like what would I put to that Ministry of Madness? You know, it's like he's paying so attention to such sick stuff. He's bringing that sick stuff as a grandfather. He's bringing that all around, and with his perverted manner of putting, everybody's head towards, like penises. I mean, he ain't no better than that AJ Smith with his putting people's heads on baby bodies. It's the same pervertedness. Now, people like that, very unstable, very unsatisfied in the lives in which they've got. And so they address my life like it's part of theirs. It could be flattering, it could be very flattering, but rather than flattering is added confusion. Confusion. Because that the likes, they used and abused, and then they silenced, and then they run away. When he comes back to YouTube, he's never left YouTube, but his channel doesn't be so active, so somebody said a couple of days ago. That's because Tyrone and Andrew J and Matty Cesspit have pulled in the reins on Ministry of Madness. He's nothing without his team of people. Hey, Popsy. Oh, my dear. Oh, you kicking rocks? You kicking bricks? Oh, my dear, my dear. Hopefully you got somebody to kiss your toe better for you. Have you wrapped a bag of frozen peas around it? And were you successful in saving the cat? Or did your dog get the cat? I went down to get a loaf of bread earlier. And I was winding up them beggars. That one with that crazy woman with the dogs. He was trying to race me to the supermarket. And so, me being me, I got to the supermarket quicker than she. So she was effing and blinding and cursing and, like shouting as I sat down outside the supermarket, only to catch my breath. Yeah, only to catch my breath. It was brilliant. She went up round the back of the supermarket and got chased away by security. I sat there long enough to watch that happen. As I seen her going off out of sight, I went into the supermarket, got my loaf of bread, came up past the top shop, where you got the fiendish fella begging. Now, a few weeks ago, he screamed and shouted at me, yeah, because I was stood outside that shop. And so today, I jumped up and down in the middle of the road and hissy fitted at him. And I told him to get back to his rich apartment in Frigolones. Get up to the priest and give the priest a fucking blowjob for your fucking dinner monies. You don't be screaming and shouting at me. Alright, you dirty, no good for nothing, junkie, rich kid bastard. He wanted to chase me up the hill. And as he's chasing me, he's telling me he's phoning the Guarda. So I told him, phone the Guarda, you dirty rat, no good for nothing. But ain't no good you screaming and shouting at me. And then running to the coppers, screaming and shouting. It ain't no good you running after me, screaming and shouting that you go and phoning the police. I suggest you just fucking phone the police. So I avoided getting my head bashed today. Which, like, like, that's not very satisfactory, really. Having somebody screaming and shouting, thinking that they're going to get the better of you. Somebody screaming and shouting and threatening. Hey, you, chef. What's happening? Good to see you. Seeing you so good. All is well. All is well. We's home safe and sound. Here, Popsy. Yeah, that's proper weird. Yeah, you got crazy cats coming in for your dog to chase them. Yeah, and I got dogs coming in here. Yeah. I know, Popsy. I know. They're not worth my peace. They're not worth my time. And so this is why I keep myself to myself a lot of the time. Yeah, entertain myself. Hmm? I know for most of society would rather, like people with my lifestyle, us hobo tramps, like we didn't exist. I know that from the way the way we've been treated for most of our lives. But is a resilience. Yeah, is a resilience. We get so many people coming like with their riches and their miserable existences. Yeah, we get loads of them, and it's fucking comical to think that they can seek simple peace by copying me. But you see, those people don't copy me. Yeah, they just want to buy in and buy me out. Oh, Lee, if you had heard me earlier, swear down now, I may as well have fucking kicked bricks. Yeah, I get me fucking shit sorted, and as per usual, Grizzles is there enthusiastic, and it's like, hang on a minute, you haven't given me a cuddle all fucking day. Yeah, what the fuck you doing dancing all around the place like we go fucking partying? Get the fuck, you'll stay here. And I think I need to leave him here a couple of times. Yeah, I think I need to go off to fucking get a job and leave him here on his own fucking day instead of thinking that we're going partying every time I grab my bag. He needs to know what it is to be a fucking working dog. He's not a human. He's a dog. And, uh, he seems to be he seems to be more worthy than I am, and he's like, I don't get that. I don't get that. But that was the whole joke, wasn't it? You know, like a couple years ago when it was SWF and Three Kings. Yeah, you know, I'm the peasant that serves the kings, the dogs. Yeah, mom's life. You be safe. You be strong. And you know you got people there for you at the end of the phone. You get me, yeah? So you can make communications. Your interactions will be missed. Uh, for me, I don't pay attention to video games. And so it's very difficult for me to go to channels that are video game orientated. I don't play them. I don't condone them. And so, yeah, I avoid video gamings. Time to smoke something, I think. Nice small ones, really. I've got a full packet in there. Happy days. Deep, deep, deepy doo. Deep, deep, deepy doo. Deepy doo. Deepy doo. We have a visitor. Oh, wow, cool. Hey, Kevin.
Hi, Steve. How are you?
Nice, nice, nice to see you up here.
I know I missed you, and I keep forgetting to sub to your channel. And then I saw you in someone's live, so I was like, "Yeah, I saw you live." I was like, "I missed you."
Oh, yeah. I think that would have been Jano's channel then, yeah?
Yeah, just now.
Yeah.
Yep, yep.
I was looking for who was live. He was live, but he wasn't chatting, so I came away from there and did a fire.
But how are you and
What's been up
Grizzles
to?
doing? You guys doing good?
Oh, my dear. You know, it's an all day, everyday battle. Yeah, it's like I can't trust himself like I could trust my captain. You know, and it's like an ongoing battle. Yeah, I know, I can feel it. Yeah, he's looking for his previous peoples always. Yeah, he's looking for his previous peoples. Anybody that he knows associated with those people, like he's all over them. Yeah, like it's them, but it's not them. Yeah, and so it's a constant battle. You know, it's like I don't know what to do. You know. So yeah, we just get on with it, make the most of it as you know as well as I can. Uh, And then I'm confused now, yeah, because like I've been telling these puppies, yeah, since I've lived here, yeah, that neighbor, he's gotten two puppies, yeah, and the oldest one,
Are those the ones
he's
that I
always
always hear barking in the background?
yep. He's always cried whenever I'm in and out of the place. Do you get me? Yeah? And since Captain's gone, he's always hanging around in here. Yeah, he's always coming in seeing me. He even wakes me up. Do you get me? Yeah. He even comes in at like the
Yeah.
time when I'm waking, like 3, 4 o'clock in the morning. He's there to greet me. And Grizzles has never done that. It hurts. Yeah, it hurts that the fucking neighbours are more interested in me than the one that I'm fucking carrying.
Okay. Time to get a toque ready. Guess what? Don't even need to. It's already packed.
Nice.
Where's my lighter?
Nowadays, I see he's in a different place. Yeah. And that's a shared house you're in, is it?
Yeah, I don't know if you saw when I was living with my girlfriend Tara. I'm living with her mom now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. And are these like old school and stuff, are they?
Sorry, you cut out there when I was. What were you saying?
Are these old friends, like friends that you had before you went up north?
No, I met them through a friend that I've known for a long time.
Yeah.
And then we became
That's,
really good friends, and yeah.
Nice. That's nice. And no smoking indoors.
Nope. Nope. Which is a good thing because I wouldn't want to sit in here all day anyways. Gets me out of bed.
Yeah.
Where do
Yeah.
Where are my smokes
I, was
going?
wondering if I can just lay here. I can just sit around. You know, I haven't got anything of importance to be getting on doing. I got to make importance, and it's hard.
Yeah. There we go.
I know if I was indoors, yeah, I'd have much more. I'd have much worse for life. That's the upset. I wouldn't want to go outside. Just lock myself
Well,
in.
look how beautiful it is out here. It's all nice and sunny right now and warm. Give it 5 minutes so it could be raining.
You've got red hair today.
Yes, I dyed it yesterday.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Let's smoke. You gonna smoke with me, Steve?
Yeah, I'm just rolling one now, my dear. Yeah, I'm just rolling one now.
Okay, tell me when you're ready because I'll light a cigarette and wait.
I've been smoking so little the last this last few days. Yeah, it's like I don't feel like putting myself forward to me mates. You know, like I don't feel like receiving, and yeah, I'm just uh, just just smoking very little. Just smoke one in the morning and two at night, and happy days. Yeah.
Yeah, I need to start pacing myself. I need to start doing that. I know I need to cut back, but it's a matter of having the willpower to do it for me.
I tell you what, Kelly. Yeah, having things to do. You know, like, yeah. Okay, fair enough. Maybe where you're at, you can smoke legally. Where I'm at is criminal. Yes, if I want to go anywhere and do anything, I've got to leave it behind. Do you get me? Yeah. Otherwise, I'll risk getting caught. And for me,
Yeah.
I'm sick of getting caught. I'm sick of being in the eyes of the law. You know, so it's like
Yeah.
I stops inviting. It's one of the things that puts me off going on that long walk. Again, yeah, I start walking with a rucksack. That's it. You know, like yeah, I'll have to stop smoking weed probably. But having hobbies, you know, having different interests, you know, like yeah, where smoking's not allowed, where smoking's not encouraged, as that, yeah, like hanging around town. Uh, and what's the story where you are? Can you grow it where you are?
Yeah, you're allowed only a certain amount of plants before you have to have a license. I don't know how many it is.
Mhm.
I think it's
And now,
either two or I think it might be two or four. Four sounds. I think it might be two.
and what's the story? Is that got to be indoors, or can you have it in your garden?
That I do not know, but like I said, probably you can, but you're only allowed a certain amount of plants until you need the license, which isn't that bad. But I find a lot of people do grow inside more than they do outside.
Yeah, is the science, you know, like is the science, is the technology and the security, you know, like people are drawn to being indoors, you know, like their pets are indoors, their plants are indoors, you know, like everything's
Yeah,
coming indoors, you know,
yeah,
it's weird. I don't trust it. I don't trust that indoor weed personally. All that commercial, government and medical grade weed, I don't trust it.
yeah.
Ginger,
Oh, we ready? Cheers.
Salute.
I'm not seeing anyone chatting. Is anyone talking right now?
Nope. Nope. We got 6 listeners and
Well,
no
hello to the
chatters.
6 people lurking.
Last message we had in from Chef. Lee's listening. He's texting. Mhm. Here in Spain, here in Spain, I can grow indoors. Yeah, I can grow indoors if I register it with the Guarda. Give them a key to the locked environment.
Mhm.
Notify them. You know, I keep them up to date. You know, I can grow, but I don't want to grow indoors. I like outdoors weed. Yeah,
Mhm.
I like bushweed. I don't like all that artificial stuff. It's weird. Mhm.
Oh, where's this wind coming from? Cold.
Oh dear.
Oh, it's gonna rain. It is gonna rain. I can feel it.
Yeah, we got coming as well. We got rain coming. Now check this out. We're expecting blood rain. Yeah, because it comes in from Sahara. Yeah, the Sahara storms, Sahara sands coming across. Yeah, so we expect blood rain where it's just going to get covered in red sand. Now,
That's
does that
crazy.
happen? Like I know it gets to
No,
this. No, the Sahara
not that
sand
I'm
from
aware of.
here, the Amazon. It gets as far as the Amazon. Uh, Hello, Mortis. Hello, Jojo.
Yeah, it's weird. The chat's not popping up for me, but hello, everyone.
Oh,
Because
well,
usually
we've
we
just
come
had,
up in comment.
yeah, yeah, we've just had Lee, Alva, Process Tech, Mortis, and Jojo saying hello.
Hope everyone's having a good day or evening, whatever it is for you.
Jojo, this is she in Canada. Uh,
Yeah, I'm in
you still,
Canada.
you still in the rainforest, are you?
Yes,
Yeah. Uh, And how's the love life going?
single and gonna stay single. No more. I'm focusing on me, myself, and I, and as yeah, that's the situation there.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. Are you still friends with the family?
Hmm? Sorry, this
Are
mower
you
is
still
really loud. Would you?
are you still friends with the family?
Yeah. Yes. And
Mm.
I'm actually gonna have a family dinner pretty quick here. My mom is like gonna invite me, and it's like, yes, I miss the family dinners and seeing my whole
Yeah,
family.
yeah. And what made you change your account? Like, what made you like get rid of your
I
old
didn't.
account again?
Someone took my email and changed the verification number, and they took control of it. So when I tried to change my password, I couldn't.
Oh,
Yeah, because all the verification codes and everything that I needed were going to whoever got into my email. So I was just like, okay,
oh,
there's nothing important on here. I'll just start a new one and go back to my original name.
yeah. Yeah. Are you enjoying? Like you got rid of a lot of trolls by doing that, yeah?
No, not really. They all found me again, aka my baby daddy.
Oh dear. How was he
Yeah,
following you? How was he getting away with following you? Can't you get
you
restrained?
tell me he's got a restraining order. I didn't go through with the restraining order. He did, but he's the one who's been stalking me since I have left.
Wow.
In September of last year, he's clipping everything. He's trying to use the drinking, the smoking weed against me in our court case. And I was like, okay, but all of that is legal. What the hell is that going to do? Nothing. Make you look like an idiot.
Well, it doesn't. It doesn't.
And
It can go both ways, can't it?
yeah, it could, but he's the one who's the alcoholic. He's the one who's the problem, not me. Everything that he's making me out to be is all him.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And there's so many people brainwashed by him. It's not even funny. And you'll notice they'll come into my live every once in a while and bring up my kids, bring up the court, this and that. It's brutal.
Yeah. 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 I've lived through it, Kelly, so I knows exactly what you're going through. Do you get me? Yeah, I've lived through it.
Excuse me. Yeah. And it's even
I
what
said,
baffles me.
hey,
What baffles me too is he sits here and he will tag me in the post that he's either reposting from people or he makes it now he's personally targeting me.
oh dear.
Yeah. And I was like, I've got him blocked. YouTube needs to fix this though, to the point where I can't see these notifications because they're one after another on each live that I do.
Yeah, yeah, I think that's proper bang out of order from StreamYard and YouTube. You know, like if we hide somebody, they shouldn't be able to see our content. They shouldn't be able to see
Yeah.
our channel. You know,
Yeah.
and they've got computer like friggin' intelligence. Yeah, they'd be able to recognize if you've blocked one from that device. Anything else coming from that device should be blocked. They've got the technology. Yeah, they're just not doing it.
Yep.
Yeah, and I'll tell you
Yep.
for why. Because they're learning more about people. The way we're doing things, they're learning about us, and they use it
Hmm.
against us. It's not as the individual things as masses. Yeah, new laws will come out.
Yeah.
Do you get me? Yeah, new
Yeah.
licenses and all that whatnot. Mhm. And people don't understand the seriousness of the games they play and when they're doing all this trolling and like 100 accounts. Like fake narratives. But
Yeah.
yeah, they'll soon wake up one day.
And the fact that he's putting my kid's life in danger by doing what he's doing, and he calls himself a father,
Mm, yeah,
that's the other,
yeah,
that's the other thing that hurt me. Because when I was with him, he told me, "Oh, nobody can find out our kids' names or find out who you are because they'll either come and get the SWAT team to our house, or somebody's going to get sent to our house to kill me." And I was like, "You're seriously that kind of troll?" That's saying a lot.
mm. If he's got those thoughts, do you get me? Why is he interacting? That's what I don't understand with a lot of these folks. Do you get me? Yeah. If they've got those thoughts and they've got that mentality, why are they interacting? Yeah. Are
Right.
they looking for the trouble? Are they inviting that trouble? Mm. Hey, Babbitt. Evening, my dear. Hey, Mortis. Like I'd give you some sound advice. Yeah, you don't need nothing in the world apart from a big fat bank account. Swear down now. I look like Kelly's jumped off. Should be back in a bit, baby. Yep. You don't need nothing apart from a bank card in your pocket. That's what I says. To have to carry anything, you know, like it's 2025. Yeah, you just weigh yourself down, and you know, like, man, setting camp like this only needed for when it's raining. Excuse us, I just nipped over to YouTube a minute. Some of you will notice you've gone from grey to blue. Now, I keep repeating myself. Spanners, they're for you to connect with each other. Yeah, they're not for timing or blocking anybody. They're for connecting with one another. Be cautious who you connect with, because not everybody is what they seem. But to give you his all benefit of the doubt when you comes in here. That's what I does. I shares 110 from start to finish. And when I can't respect that anymore, folk end up being blocked. Unfortunately, what folks do with their spanners, yeah, especially when they get upset with me, is they start trolling everybody. Yeah, they start spamming your chats. They start spamming your content with malicious comments about myself. So just be cautious, be wise. Yeah, not everybody's worthy to communication. But I like to think that people comes here to relax, taking the sounds that I share, taking the sceneries that I share, and reassure yourselves, yeah, I'm not a murderer. I'm not a human trafficker. Mm. Anything I've killed, I've eaten. From pigs, goats, chickens, geese, fish, crabs, lobster. Unfortunately, a few years ago, I had to sacrifice a goat that had been murdered by a pack of wolf dogs, hybrid wolf dogs. Horrible story, horrible situation. Wouldn't wish it upon anybody's. I tell you, being able to cut through the throat of a goat or a pig, I'd imagine the fur and the skin is a lot harder than going through human skin. I couldn't ever imagine myself having to cut somebody's throat, a person's throat. I couldn't imagine ever having to do something like that. Mm. A good beating normally passes the correct message. Growing up in a house of violence, made me a little bit squeamish towards fighting. I had to go through a series of martial arts, and I never liked any of them. The closest I did connect with was judo, and even that, I wasn't much of a fighter. When it comes to sports, I tried avoiding it, but I got stuck in the rugby. When it comes to long distance running, cross country, I cross country. Yeah, but I didn't stick to the track. I literally cross country, seen where the track was, and I said, "Why the fuck am I going to bother running all the way around there? I can just nip across here, and happy days. Yeah, I'd be closer to the fucking finishing line." You're not first. You're not first. Yeah, I fucking am. Yeah. The only times I really did fight, yeah, was in Ireland. That was the only time I really did fight. Yeah, but I didn't have a choice when fellas are coming at you. You're coming from the village and you go into the town discos. Do you get me? We didn't have choices growing up. I had a chance of going toe to toe with a fella one time, and I knew he was going to break me up. So I put somebody else in front of me. I says, "You two are more challenged. You two are a better match. Both of you pulverize me. Yeah, I'm no match for either of you. So how about you two prove yourselves against each other?" Yeah. Well, I tell you what, when them groups of fellas tried battering me, I was always able to get up and batter them. And on a couple of occasions, it'd take me weeks finding where they live. Slash their tires, smash their windscreen, smash all the windows in their house, wait for them to come out in their groups. But I always did it alone. The last time I had a proper fight, there was a proper fair fight, was with the police, yeah, in Bristol, Stokescroft, riot police. And it took them 2 weeks to catch me. Hours and hours of video footage they had to go through to confirm it was me. I wasn't masked up. I wasn't hiding. I was loud and proud. See a camera, straight in the camera. That's a problem with me. If I do things, I was proud of it. I survived it. When I offered them scumbags to me mountain, you know, the Decaheggies, the Monk, the Lucifer, and such. None of them make it up that mountain. Not the pace that I walk. And none of them are there walking down the mountain the way I walk. I knew that. I knew that about the fellow that came over from Shrewsbury. He never walked around that mountain at all. Never came with me for sunrise or sunset, not once. Never had an opportunity of showing anything to that fellow. From first day that fellow turned up, I switched off because that fellow was telling me what's what. When the fellow was listening to the radio station, listening about Operation Julia, or Operation Julie, the big LSD and amphetamine hashish convoy. And he was listening to it on the radio. I tried telling him about my family's influence and involvements. I had 2 family members going to jail for that. If I was a violent person, you know, he would have got beaten at least 10 times. Well, having the thoughts are different to making actions. And that's why I was able to walk away from the fella when he really endangered my existence, when he endangered my dogs. When I walked away from him, because he was too busy perving on a fucking mental fucking retard, a party casualty. If that's what you're more interested in, the most vulnerable of the vulnerables, as he states, as I've still got pinned on my community page, his words. He travels around seeking out the vulnerables. Can't trust people like that, seeking out vulnerables. And I've witnessed a lot of people's looking down upon me like I'm a vulnerable, like I'm a lower than they are. And while they do that, they can't get no lower. I'm a retired deep sea trawler man. Yeah, I worked like 90 miles off the fucking land, catching fish. It scared the shit out of most people's. I'm pretty quick with a knife, and I'm pretty strong for me. Yeah, and I don't really know when to stop until I've stopped. And that's one of the good things that I've got. Anybody that employs me, they sees I'm a good loyal fucking worker. Yeah. So long as there's a good boss. And it's got to the stage in my life, yeah, where you got to be a good boss. Yeah, if you ain't a good boss, I can't give you any of my fucking energy. Hmm? But if you's a good boss, I'd die for you. I'd never bite the hand that feeds me. Mm-mm. I'd give you my hands if you didn't have any. And that's how myself and Oliver got on so well. I never wanted anything from Oliver apart from him to be strong for his last days. And that's why his mother appreciated me because, like she hadn't seen that joy in her son in many years. Now, Oliver was a Norwegian friend that I met down in Nerja. And I met him hanging around with a load of street urchins, yeah, street bums, drunks and druggies, you know. And he was coming to them to get his hashish. And then he'd be cycling back home. He didn't trust his brother. And the people that used to see Oliver used to look after him, but then they'd take the piss out of his brother. So it was better off that Oliver came and collected his own smoke. But he was bedridden. He was bedridden. 7 types of cancer. He had skin cancer, bone cancer, stomach, fucking brain, fucking bone, testicular cancer. He had fucking jeepers. He had skin cancer from a UV tattoo, yeah, ultraviolet tattoo. Yeah. I said to him when he offered me the carrier's job, I says, but Oliver, I says, all these peoples, yeah, there's women there, and these women are good for you, like these women are nice to you. I see you socializing with these women. He says, Steve, he says, I've had most of them in my house before. They've robbed me. Yeah, that one that you referred to, yeah, she's really nice to me. But look who her boyfriend is. Hey, look, broke fishing. Hi, brother. So, okay, fair enough. Fast forward. That girl, yeah, when Oliver and his mother went back to Norway and they begged me, and don't stay looking after the brother, yeah, the younger son. Don't stay looking after him. I made my promise and I walked away. And I went back to the street bums. But I witnessed that one. I asked why she don't look after you, and Oliver said, "You see who her boyfriend is? Well, that's the boyfriend that I got into a fight with in America. He attacked me, so it wasn't a real fight, yeah. But he attacked me, right? And I ended up walking away with his missus 5 days later because there was rain, and the whole time we were being taunted. Like he's supposed to be some dealer fella around the place. Like and there was a bit of taunting going on. Me, I just laughed off. I know it's raining. I know he's fucking desperate, and happy fucking days. Yeah, if you're gonna do anything, you're gonna do it. Who gives a fuck? It's happy days. And time comes when the weather clears. Like time to walk on. Yeah, and she wanted to walk away from there with me. And that's how I ended up here, walking her to this direction, to that hippie community. But you see, like a month, about a month later, I'd been in communications with Oliver and his mum. It was difficult with his mum because she fluent Norwegian, no English, but she sang. She liked Elvis songs. The only reason I didn't go to Norway with them is because I was after adopting Daisy Jane. I could have gone to Norway strawberry picking. Could have gone to Norway to do any loads of different things. But I said, no, I got me Daisy Jane, and she's not old enough to travel yet. And I promised Daisy Jane I'd look after her. Oliver went straight back to hospital. You know, as soon as he got back to Norway, he went straight into hospital, and he didn't come home from there. That was the last time I was really living in the house with Mod Cons. Yeah. And home cooking every day. I tell you what, Lee, I've had a few encounters with Norwegians. Yeah, here in Spain. Only here in Spain. I never met any Norwegians anywhere else. Yeah, so there was Oliver and his mom and his brother. Right. Then I comes into the hippie community. There was a horrible fucking Norwegian dickhead there. Yeah. And then there was that Norwegian that came with the three wolf dogs. And then there was the Norwegian couple um, who were making love on my dream catcher, and then his missus, yeah, insisted on sucking me off. That was, yeah. And then there was the Norwegian who was up on the mountain before me, looking after Grizzly's family. Not very well done. So yeah, Oliver and his mother were probably the most normal ones that I've met so far in real life. I've met lots of Dutch people. Yeah, here in Spain. I never met any Dutch people in England nor in Ireland. I met a lot of Dutch people here in Spain, and yeah, nice peoples when they like you. Yeah, when they get to know you, they can be very closed if they don't know you. And they seem to be mostly business types. Here, however, I nearly got into a fight with that fucking fiendish beggar earlier. You know, the one that stands up at the dia. Yeah. Yeah. He's an extremely territorial, ugly fucker. Yeah. I've been teasing the beggars today. A few weeks ago, he acted all fucking psycho in my face. You know, like, yeah, and, yeah. So today I kind of questioned him about it, and he didn't like to be questioned about it. So I reminded him, you got no standards, dude. You go and blow the fucking priest. Yeah, you're talking about fucking phoning the police. I says, you're no good, dude. No, not the one with the French bulldog. No, not him. He's German. No, he pure junkie. He is pure junkie. All day, every day. You know, he don't do nothing apart from sit outside that fucking door. A pure junkie. He runs off, go get his crack and his smack. Pure wrong. On a pension as well from Germany. Pure wrong, dude. No, that fella sits down at the at the consume he does with his placker, with his plaque. The one I'm talking about stands up at deer. Very tall. Sometimes he stands at the traffic lights by the by the kebab house, and sometimes he stood by the church, by at the doors of the church. And very often in the dark, when it's dark, he rushes to the church and he's in the church house with the priest, just the two of them. Mhm. Gray hair, yeah, dirty feet. That's him. Quite tall. Yeah. You know, he's got a friggin' he's got what do you call it? He's got an apartment in Frigalones. Yeah, yeah. But the people there are mean to him. He's taller and skinny. Yeah, he's not. Yeah, he's not as solid as Antonio. He's a skinny ass, fucking tall, skinny. Oh yeah, broke. I got rid of him today. Got rid of the fucking cycling nuisance today. I've given him months' grace, time and time again. Time and time again, broke. Yeah, you know this. You get me, yeah. You was here when I went over to that mob tube. Yeah, and came back with Vicky and Strictly. Yeah. Yeah, we knows how many chances or how many opportunities I've given that fucker to be himself, and he just like just being horrible. I don't like singling people off. Do you get me? Yeah, I don't like to be singled off myself. Right, so I'm not going to be singling people off intentionally. And so this is why I've always said, yeah, you know, I don't like people blocking and timing people's out. Yeah, you got your own channels to time and block people's. You don't want them in your chat. That's your chat. Yeah, my chat. I'm doing what I'm doing. Yeah, and that's strictly prime example. You get me? Yeah, prime example. He could be a cool character, but he has to be an arsehole. He has to antagonize and piss people off every day, doing the same shit. So, you know, reap the rewards of being a dipshit. I've made myself perfectly open and perfectly clear why I came to Spain, so I can smoke weed. That's what I said to the passport interviewer. Yeah, when she was interviewing me, why do you want a passport so late in your life? Because I'm sick and tired of being on edge smoking a fucking joint in my own fucking home or in my own country. When I see all this fucking bad shit going on in my fucking country, I can't so much as chillax and smoke a joint, switch off from all that negativity. Fuck off. You want me to be a fucking chemical junkie? Fuck off. Battling depression. Yeah. Long term depression. PTSD's fucking hell. You know, like seriously, you only got to listen to me for you know, a week, and you gotta understand I come from a life of fucking misery. Why the fuck should I have to be medicated by a doctor, seeing a shrink to keep a bit of fucking dollar in my pocket to put a roof over my head? Why should I have to go through those extremes? Why can't I just like grow my bit of weed, smoke my bit of weed, and happy fucking days? Why do I have to be a fucking criminal smoking me weed, having weed in my pocket? So PTSD and fucking untold amounts of stress, not for my doing. Yeah, I can't be held responsible for what's available in society. So I want to sit in the sunshine where it's less stressful and smoke a joint. And if people don't like that, well, for you to fuck off and leave me the fuck alone. Yeah? I ain't upsetting nobody's. But if you tune in and you's upset with me and what I'm doing, well then you need to fuck off. Not me. But people don't understand that, yeah? They get obsessed with, I've got to live the same as them. But hang on a minute. I was in love. I was in love with somebody for the rest of my life. I'm committed to that one person that I'm in love with. And I'll tell you something now. I walked away from her because she wanted me to be her uncle. She wanted me to be her father, or her grandfather. I wasn't allowed to be me. So it was like, fuck off. Under my roof? Get the fuck. Huh? You want me to be like your uncle? I'll come to your uncle's garden. I'll live in your grandmother's house. I'll pay fucking rent and I'll work for your fucking family. And I'll learn what it is to be your family. And I'm still here. Not with her family, though. Because when she wasn't coming back, it's like, what the fuck am I doing with that big house? Smoking weed all day. Going to the association, spending all my monies on weed. Rescuing a big Can Corso. Defending the land. With a big dog like that, there ain't no fucking gypsies coming in and robbing the fruit. I ain't a burden on anyone. Yeah? Because I took myself away from being a burden. Have I bettered my life? Yeah. But I can't escape what I've learned in life. I carry that everywhere. If I read books, I'd distract myself from myself. I'd be spelling other people's magics. I'd be trapped in other people's fantasies if I were reading their books, watching their movies. If I was living in a house that I didn't build, I'd be surrounded by other people's energies. And fake energies from electricities and telephones and gas pipes and all that sort of shit. I'd go to jail if I was a criminal. Gladly. Do you get me, sir? But I don't do anything to be a criminal. So why should I have to go to jail? Just to get a dinner, just to get a bed. I know fellas in jail, and they'll keep going back to jail every time they have an argument with their missus. Every time they want to smoke a bit of fucking crack, they'll go and rob somebody's. I don't do none of that shit. Never did. I tell you what, if that no, if that friggin' Finlandish fella, I think he's from Finland or somewhere like that. If he had fucking come at me today, like he was gesturing, but he kept backing away, I was ready to drop my bag. I've never worried about, having a bus stop in the middle of the street. That's where it all used to happen in growing up in Ireland, in the street. But then we didn't have video cameras back in the day. We didn't have CCTV back in the day. I'm seeing Jammy Dodgers in the comments. I don't like taking these meds for my PTSD, but if I don't, I won't sleep. And I'm a full-blown fucking weirdo when I have an episode. I get you, Lee. I get that. Jammy Dodgers are nothing like Jaffa Cakes. No, Jammy Dodgers are hard jam, yeah, surrounded by hard biscuit. Yeah. Jaffa Cakes are the best. Don't listen to Lee. Them jammy Dodgers, like the jam gets stuck in the teeth. It's like more like a chewy candy than it is like jelly or jam. Do you get me? Yeah. And, there's far too much biscuit. Far too much biscuit for the little squidge of fucking jam that's there. I reckon you'll say the same as me, Babbitt. Straight up. I reckon you'll say the same as me. When you find them jammy Dodgers, yeah, I think you'll be more of a Jaffa Cake. You know, I honestly believe. Look into a natural supplement called acetylcysteine. There's a cookie here called Verana, made by Petridge Farm. That is similar to what you just described. The Jammy Dodger is. Okay, so Babbitt, if that sounds a bit like these Verona, Verona, Verona. Yeah, if the Jammy Dodgers are a bit like the Veronas, yeah. What do you reckon, Jaffa Cakes or Jammy Dodgers? For me, Jaffa Cake. You know, I buy those chocolate sandwiches. Yeah, like but swear down now, I'd much rather be munching Jaffa cakes. The only thing is, yeah, I can devour a couple of packets of Jaffa cakes. You know, like they're easy eating. These, you know, like these chocolate sandwich things that I get now, Babette. Right, you see them chocolate sandwiches that I get, yeah. If you can imagine, like a kind of hard jelly, um, instead of the chocolate, yeah, and then it's got a hole in the middle of the top, yeah, so you can see like, and it's got a love heart, yeah, is similar to that for me. Jam, the what you call them, Jaffa cakes. You know, I was prescribed Prozac from the age of like, yeah, friggin' early 20s. I was prescribed Prozac. If I had been going to the counselor through school, I could have probably got fucking prescription or diagnosed as a kid. But not, we weren't family or we weren't doctor orientated. I don't ever remember going to the doctor in Ireland. Living with my parents, living with my father. I don't remember going to see the doctor living with my father in Bristol or with my mother. When I lived with my mother, I never remember going to see the doctor. I remember with my father seeing the dentist and the barbers. You know, living with my mother, she'd cut my hair, or my older sister would cut my hair. So I don't give a second thought towards doctors. You get me? So like knowing the junkies that they create. It's like no, thank you. You get me? I only tried it for a month, Babbitt. Maybe a month and a half, and I went back to the LSD. Yeah, I went back and self-medicated. Went in dark with a couple of LSDs and mushrooms. Sorted my own head out and went back out on the boat. And yeah, that was it. No, no, I couldn't do the second trip after that. It got cloudy earlier, yeah, when I was walking downtown, and I think we'll have rain in the next day or two. Yeah, I can, Babbitt. Yeah, I got Leon Messenger and WhatsApp and email. So yeah, I can forward. I can forward stuff to Lee for you, Babbitt. Yeah, I can. Yeah. So we got nearby dogs barking, neighbors' dogs. Up in the mountains, there's wild dogs, but around here, them's mostly domesticated. I remember my mates going walking above the hippie community, and they got collared by a pack of wild dogs. But they're just domesticated dogs that have escaped. 5 a.m. Oh, you got to get up at 5 a.m. All right, Lee. All right, brother. Okay, I'll nip over and send them to you immediately, and then you've got them. I just got loads of messages. Okay. Okay. I hope that's the right one. Sure, dear. If all these people are still my friends, that'd be crazy. Yeah, I think that's himself. I'll go and check there a minute. Yeah, that's our Lee. Yep, definitely. All right, send the other two now. Ding, 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 ding. Ding, 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 ding. Ding, 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 ding. Zing, zing, zing. Zing, zing, zing. Zing, 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 zing. I'm back again. I just sent them on to leave for you, Babbitt. Happy, happy days. If I didn't have to carry so much for us Grizzlies, we'd be walking. Swear down now. I've carried so much before. I don't want to carry my whole. You get me? I know what you're saying. Stealing my bed now. He's warming my bed up for me. I know, Babbitt. I know. Yawning. So I can wake up in the morning. It's been a long time since I've left the camera on all night, I think. Or left the live on all night. That's because I'm smoking the second joint already. It's the last one as well. Not sure for how long. I still buzzing from talking to the orchard owner yesterday. He gave me 3 oranges. Yeah, I was just nice chatting with him. You know, speaking a bit of Spanish with the elders. Lee's got them messages, Babbitt. He's saying thank yous. I don't know, Babbitt. I've got a full battery. My battery's full. I'm not worried about you using my battery. Yeah, it's sound. In a few weeks, I'm gonna have to start using more electric. Now that river's running. Because snow is snow melting. It's been warm for the last few days, so that snow is melting and that river's running. That's nice. More sunshine, Babbitt. More sunshine. You know, like I guess it will cook the battery if I'm not using the electric. Mhm. Mm, In the daytime, there's constant electricity coming through, and I don't use it until the nighttime, really. I'm charging the phone up. For those 4 weeks when it was raining, my battery, like it stayed full. The big battery is, yeah, able to charge up my power bank. But whilst it was raining, I think I was plugged in all the time. Ooh. No, but in the daytime, when the sun is hitting the solar panel, that solar panel is yeah, constantly charging, isn't it? In this time of day, I'm using electricity, yeah, from the controller and the inverter, and then yeah, if I plug my phone in, the torch is on, so the torch is using not much, but I have a look. But every morning I see it and it's still full. Uh, full. See, if I was on that bit of land there, yeah, he's got a big water tank there. It's built into the ground, raised up off the ground as well. For me, I would have been happily working on that. Yeah. Mm, well, and then with this river running, get a pipe, fill that tank up. Happy days. Every time that river runs, fill it up. It's cloudy. Tickle your belly. He's on our bed. He's on our bed. How long gonna stay up here for the night, eh? You's the only one around. So when you upsets me, I talk to you like you's a dickhead, don't I? But that's how people talks, yeah? Like you dogs, you go, don't you? Yeah? And the cats, what do? Yeah? And cockles, cock-a-doodle-doo. And the horses, and the donkeys, you get me? And the snakes. Hmm? People go, fuck you, you fucking dickhead, you fucking asshole, you motherfucker. And what do you dogs do? Eat it. Hmm? See, you can give nice cuddles, so why don't you give more cuddles? I need more cuddles from you. You get me? I need you to cuddle me. That's right. Cuddle me. Give me cuddles. Snuggle, snuggles. Hmm? Snuggle, snuggles. Snuggle, snuggles, you big lump. Mm. What happens to your whiskers? Do they keep snapping off or what? The one minute them both long, and then like today, that one's really tiny. Hmm? And it's your white ones that keep disappearing. Why do they keep disappearing? Shall we ask Google? I tell you what, Babette. Yeah, I rate it big time. Gelatine. Yeah, gelatine for me aches and pains. Yeah. When I walking up and down that mountain all the time, jelly sweets was my lifesaver. When I didn't eat them jellies for a couple of weeks, my knees and my hands would be like, I need jellies. It's because they don't eat enough bones and fat. Do you get me, yeah? And that gelatine replaces it. Mm. I can't do the vegan jellies. They's different. Yeah, and I don't like buying jelly cubes. And jelly crystals are just disgusting. But as a kid, like them jelly cubes, I used to be able to munch them. Yeah. Strawberry or raspberry, fake making trifle. Just eat the friggin' cubes as they are. I've been known to buy them from the supermarkets as a youth. I've not seen stuff like that here in Spain. I don't look for stuff like that here in Spain. I should. Probably cheaper than buying friggin' candies. Yeah, yeah, the torch, yeah, the lamp, yeah, the things we use to see in the dark. The flashlight. That's what you calls them, yeah, flashlights. Yeah. Mm. For me, Babette. For me, yeah. The jelly sweets. Yeah, it has worked. Yeah, it does help. Yeah, and that is because of gelatine from the bones, isn't it? From the marrow. Yeah. I remember as a youth, like chicken bones. Like there wasn't much left from a chicken. Yeah, seriously, I ate everything. Yeah, that splinter bone, no problem. Yeah, miss, munch it all down. The ribs, loved it. The only thing I never really appreciated was the neck. Yeah, I never liked the neck off of birds. Maybe a little bit of the and backbone, backbone of fish. I don't like that. Yeah, yeah, yeah. The discs, the backbones, vertebrae, whatever you want to call it. I don't like that. Uh, but as a youth, I used to munch it all up. But these days, it's like I don't know. It's weird. Not just that I don't have teeth for it. It's, mm, I've never like yeah. I think I gave up cracking chicken bones because there seems to be nothing in them anymore. Yeah. But like the steaks and the chops, like the ribeye when you got them round bits, suck the marrow straight out of them. Yeah, or a nice lamb shank. Yeah, whoa, suck the bones, marrow. Whoa, jeepers, love that. That is the bomb. Especially when it's hot. Not so much when it's cold. When it's cold, it have to be like spreaded on some toast. Do you get me? Mm. In the baking aisle for gelatine, yeah, for sure, it'd be in the baking aisle. Yeah, Uh, you can buy the ready-made Jello jelly, but I don't like them. I don't know why. Uh, I suppose if I'm going for a jelly, I like the trifles, jammies, with the cream and the fruit, and the broken up bread. You're all right, Chris. You stay there. We'll snuggle up. Snuggle, snuggle. That's nice. Snuggle. Yeah. Oh, you even got a curly tail tonight. Wow. That is it, see? Yeah. I want to give you cuddles, yeah, but them puppies keep coming in here and wanting to give me cuddles, yeah? And you've not wanted to give me cuddles, have you? See? So you want to give me cuddles, you give me cuddles. Hmm? Just come on and give me cuddles. I'm supposed to be yours, yeah? And you're mine. Hmm? We ain't got no one else, have us? We've only got each other. Hmm? You can't be a slag for everyone else and not give me no lovins. Hmm? You get me? Hmm? Yeah, all that gristle on the end of the bones, like yeah, that needs munching. It's a little bit barbaric, like yeah. Mm, I suppose for some folk, to be smashing the bones up or getting a load of bones and making your own bone soup. But that's what we miss out on. And so, yeah, to replace it then with the flavored gelatine, just for the palate. Mm. For the amount of activity that you're doing, physical stuff, Babbitt, if I was living like that, I'd have to munch jelly every day. Swear down now. Yeah. Mm. There's one thing, a lot of us now, modern times, we ignore the food, the science in food. Okay, we tend to go for the fashionable food before the old tradition stuff. Mm? And this is what's fucking us up. You got to remember a lot of, like the food science. Is it was down to our own efforts. Back in the day, there was no fucking supermarkets and shit like that. You get me, yeah? Mm. But it's all done of convenience now, and it's like like people don't even go shopping anymore. A lot of the time, yeah, they just send send a message and get it all delivered. There's so much ingredients and nutrition information and stuff like that available on packets nowadays. Yeah, is and a lot of the ingredients is what is it? No. I can't remember last time I ate jelly, to be honest with you, Babbitt. Probably like when I buy the pig fat. Them dried sausages. You ate healthy before, but now you're gonna up to notch your 5. Oh dear. I tell you, Babbitt, cook them with other people and for other people. You know, like a lot of those meals, the old traditional meals you can bring back, chicamas, yeah, and especially when you got your own livestock there, yeah. If you come to this side of the bed, yeah, happy days. I can get my blankets. Oh yeah. Now I got my blanket, and you can lay there, and I can give you nice cuddles. Right back on my now, now he's cuddling. Now he's having a snuggle. That's a big cuddle. That's a big boy cuddle. Yeah. falling off the bed now, will you? See, if he comes over to the right hand side of the bed, he was laying on me blankets, and the cushion's a bit too big for the bed frame, and he's a bit like prone to falling off when he comes over to the right hand side. So showing him to be on the left. Maybe he'll enjoy a nice cuddle tonight. He's definitely a big boy. He's definitely a big dog. Yep. Well, first-hand experience, Babbitt. I trust food before I trust the doctor. They like here the Mediterranean diet, a lot of garlic, a lot of tomato, a lot of vegetables, really. And a lot of fish. Unfortunately, a lot of bread. They've got a breadcrumb dinner they call migas, yeah, and it's literally stale bread, yeah, and they collect it for Sunday dinner. It's typical Sunday dinner, migas. That'll keep back the meat fats. They might add a bit of meat or fish, and they might make it sweet, make it like a pudding. But once a week, migas is on the menu, and most days in the bar, if you're at the bars, you'll get migas as a tapa. I don't know if you can see this, but he don't know how to cuddle. Uh, you get comfy. Gone already. For a lot of things, I trust the bees properties, bee pollen. I reckon the variety of honeys, whether it's rosemary, orange blossom, um, sweet chestnut, they've all got different qualities. But the propolis and the pollen, they've got things that the queen thrives on. Yeah, the queen thrives on those things or makes those things. Okay, the pollen gets taken to the queen, to the hive, and that gets worked. Okay, and the propolis. Now that's weird. Yeah, because that's all the dead flies and dead spiders or wasps and dead larvae and wax and honey and but yet it's got loads of really good stuff in it. And you'd be surprised what good things that's good for. Now I reckon that's good for healing body parts, eyesight, hearing, the brain, the rest of the organs. I reckon it's got good stuff. And another thing, yeah, that honey that can be rubbed into your into your skin. You know, like your skin will receive like and receive it differently to how your mouth receives it. A bit of owl movement tonight. Happy days. Not sure if I heard them earlier, and if I did, then they haven't been so close. Hey, David, how are you, sir? Mr. Lover Lover. Now, that propolis, yeah, if you know bee farmers, right, you can get the propolis in resin. Yeah, you get the just a block of it, gammas, right? But then you get it from the pharmacist, and it'll be like liquidized. It'll be in liquid form. It'll be diluted, more to the point. And so, getting to know bee farmers, or even having bees yourself, it don't take long. You know, like your first year, you'll have your own collection of propolis, and depending on what hives you got, some hives they encourage the pollen collection, where you'll have brushes on the doors which will brush off the thingies, the whatchamacallit, the bees legs. Oh wow, cool. That's blessed. I've got experience working with bees. That's cool. Good memories. Cool. Grew up working bees with your dad. That's brilliant stuff. I'm not spoken with my buddy in Ireland for a year. Yeah, about a year now. I think. I think I've spoken to him since I come off of the mountain. But as far as I'm aware, like his family, they still um, working from a swarm that we caught in their garden. That's the closest experience to working with bees that I've had. Like I've lived around bees here in Spain, and like before I moved up to the mountain, first time down the river, I was parked up. There's a bee farmer down there. He's a guarda as well. Yeah, and he was he was telling me these little tippers, you know, like um, not get so close to them when it's raining. Yeah, be more cautious when it's raining because they're more violent. They're way more aggressive apparently when it's raining and when it's rained and near water. It'd be a nice experience. I'd like to get involved with bee farming. But I know here in Spain, like down here, I know they what do you call it? They don't like the cold, and so yeah, they move the bees around a lot. I don't know what they do with them in the winter, but I know they travel around with with the bees. For me, I like the creatures. I like bees as creature that they are. I think they're absolutely awesome. The knowing that there's fuck all living on this planet without bees, you know, like yeah, they're one of the main contributors to everything living on this planet. And I yeah, so for me, the food that they collect, you know, it's like It's got to be the best, hasn't it? Got to be the best for the best. Hmm? Now, personally, I reckon for the first few years that I was here in Spain, and I really emphasized on consuming that bee pollen. Now I'm about, I don't know, maybe about 8 months without it. Yeah, I don't think I've had any since I left the river. But it's one of those things that I feel that contributed to saving my life, really. Me in my mental state, and contributed towards fucking off the asthma. I know a large contribution to getting rid of the respiratory issue, and now like getting rid of the dairy. Like I would consume in 2 liters of milk a day. Mm. I'd have ice cream. I'd have cheese and butter, yogurt most days. Mm. So for me, it's like yeah, a lot of dairy I consuming. I've cut it out. Very rare. Mm, eat cheese. Very rare. Drink milk. More rare that I drink milk. Uh, just being aware of what food I eat, I recognize the difference in health. There for a couple of weeks eating them salads. Like yeah, I didn't enjoy them, but like I felt something good from them. When I eat fruit, wow, like wow, yeah, I know I feel good from eating fruit and vegetables. Mm. I always had Italian bees. That's interesting. Oh, the meaner the bee, the more honey they make. Ah, I'm not sure where they get their honeybees from around here. I've seen a couple of bees over the last week or so. Yeah, I wanted to say it the other day. I had a bumblebee. It wasn't the biggest of bumblebees, quite a small one. Coming in through my front door area. I still call it a front door area. Like my main entrance area. I was chatting to a fella, and he's a bit of a beekeeper, and he was saying citronella attracts bees. Citronella. I thought that was an interesting bit of information. I tell you what, as a youth, yeah, when the honey used to go thick and almost white, yeah, I never used to like that. No, I didn't. If the honey wasn't golden, fucking runny honey, I never liked it. But these days, yeah, that thick honey, I know that's the real stuff. Yeah. Mm. A lot of honey these days, they say, is diluted with glucose or sugars. I think that's a bit naughty. A bit naughty. Very naughty. Oh, look. Here's the owl. The honey from beekeepers. Oh, cool. So yeah, that's cool, Baba. You should be able to get the pollen properties from them as well. First introduction to that properties that I had a blister on my lip, and I put a fucking little smidge of that properties on. Gone in 2 days. No hanging around for 2 weeks. Gone in 2 days. Brilliant stuff. It looks a bit like hashish, but it's not. Oh yeah, know how to. Oh yeah, that's cool. You know how to make G boxes. I think I know as well. One thing I've seen of recent are these honey bottles. Yeah, they're hives and they've got taps on them, and the honey just drips out as it's being made. I don't think I'd like that sort of setup though. I think I'd like to interact with my bees a bit more. Another interesting fact that I learned, them bees only generally live for like 40 to 60 days. Oh, yeah. The puppies come see me. Having it. Neighbours' dogs coming checking up on me. Wants to be with me more than he wants to be with his own. I ain't never fed him. I ain't never encouraged him. Oh my lord, he's right up on my bed. Hello. Oh wow, you give him big cuddles. Jeepers. You're heavy. You're a lump. Oh. Funny done. Gee, puppy. Yeah. The dog's taken over. He's helped a homeless fella in the UK with food, etc. Got him into temporary housing. Hope he sticks to it. Happy day. Hey, fair play, Matt. Happy night. So, oh, jeepers, excuse me. I've got this neighbor's dog climbing all over me. And he's heavy. He's right on my belly at the moment. Oh, jeez. Oh, dear. He ain't never given me cuddles like this before. He ain't never come in this time of day. Jeepers. Hello. Hello. You're funny. You're funny. You're big. You're lump, you are. He's the neighbor's dog, Matt. It's the neighbor's dog. He's only about 7 months old. And he's massive. He normally comes and wakes me up about 3 or 4 in the morning. And he normally barking at anything that passes, anything that comes near. I've been telling him to fuck off, I have. Yeah. But he don't fuck off. Or he does. Yeah. But look, he just keeps coming back. Most of the time I catch him and his mate because he lives with another dog. Oh, another puppy. Jeepers. Now he's lying right across me. His tail is waggling like a fucking hippo's arse. And yeah, normally he like comes around. Oh, Jeepers creepers. Rather than going along the road. He chases a lot of cars and a lot of bicycles. Oh, Jeepers. He's a proper cuddly one. Jeepers, but he's so fucking heavy. He put in all his weight. His I think his mum's a Doberman and his dad's a Spanish Mastin, or the other way around. He's laying across me now. That's his head there. He's basically laying across my chest. Matt, I adopted Grizzles. He's the big fella that I walks and lives with. I adopted him 5 years ago. My dog, Captain Jack, he got hit by a car back in end of February. And this puppy wouldn't have come here with Captain Jack here. Nope. He's only been coming through the garden since Captain passed. And he's only been climbing in to say hello to me since Captain passed. Before that, Captain wouldn't let him. And since then, I've not let him. This is as close as he's been. I've allowed him. Yeah, I don't normally give him any time of day. When he's in his garden, I say hello to him. Because he bark and bark and bark. And he cries. When he recognizes me now, he cries. And now tonight, for some weird reason, he's coming in to give me fucking cuddles. I don't understand this. He's like a snake. I tell you, a dog like this one that chooses. Oh dear. A dog like this that chooses is priceless. It's fucking priceless. Jeepers. Can you hear his tail drumming? Jeepers. Oh, jeepers. My name is Steve. Yeah. I'm a Stephen William Farzing. Yep. Good luck, Matt. You have a good evening. This is weird. Having a dog like this climbing all over me. I've lived with Grizzles 5 years, and he's never climbed over me like this. He's never given me cuddles like this. He's finding it difficult to get comfy. He's so big. He's so big and old. You're a big boy and old. Wants to be a little puppy, but you're not. You're a big puppy. You used to be tiny, you know. You used to be tiny, but you're fucking massive now. And that's how easy it is to get a cuddle from me. Just climb into my bed when I'm here. Jeepers. Hmm. I must say, this is rather strange. This is a really affectionate dog. A really affectionate dog. Jeepers. Mhm. At least you're conscious of where your paws are. Hmm? He's a funny, funny boy. I've not encountered a dog like you before. Hmm? I never had any interactions with fucking Dobermans. No. I never had a fucking neighbor's dog like you fucking climbing all over me before. You got a big nose, haven't you? Very big nose. Yeah. You're a fair He's a happy puppy, you know. He's a happy puppy. He's a happy puppy. He's a happy puppy. He's a happy, happy, happy puppy, happy, happy, happy puppy. A happy puppy. Happy. You're actually suffocating me with affection. Where are you? Where are you trying to suffocate me with affection? Why? What's the deal? Thank you very much.